Okay, so good morning and welcome back, everybody. My name is Nagi and I am your natural English coach for this week as well. So it's time to start this week's lesson. So, first of all, as usual, let's first try and say this sentence that you see on your screen. Try it now. Okay. So, you might recognize some of the sounds we're practicing today because this is another one that's very tricky in Japanese. So listen to the way that I pronounce this sentence. Don't slip on the lip of the swimming pool. So see how we have those words slip and lip and swimming, right? Those three words have the I sound. And it's important to note that the I sound is short, right? It's a short I sound. It's not E, it's I, right? Slip. Not sleep, but slip. That's the first thing we're going to be practicing today. So, we've got, again, 4 words that we'll be practicing. Go ahead and try saying the word in the upper left. Okay, so just like the word we just heard from the last sentence, this is slip. Slip. Try it again. Okay, now let's try the word in the lower right. Okay, this word is hit. Hit. Go ahead and try it again. Okay, now let's try the word in the upper right. Okay, this word is bit. Bit. Try it again. Okay, and our final word is in the lower right corner. Try saying this word. Okay, this word is hill. Hill. So see how all of our 4 words, which are all very short this time, have that important short I sound, right? Slip, bit, hill, and hit. So you notice that there is a sentence down below these words. This is a very useful sentence to remind you of the sound that you want to use and the sound that you should avoid, right? So the sound we want to avoid is the sound E. We want to use the sound I, not E, right? So we want to avoid the sound in email, but we want to use the sound inbox, I. So a good way to remember this is no emails in my inbox, right? So avoid the sound E, but try to use the sound I. No emails in my inbox. Try it now. Okay, good. So just remember that those 2 sounds, the ones you can see underlined, the E and the I, those 2 sounds need to be different. You need to be able to hear the difference between those 2 sounds. And anybody you're talking to or is listening to you should be able to hear the difference between those 2 sounds. All right. So because this is the short I, of course, we have some minimal pairs, right? As you probably remember, minimal pairs are 2 words that only have 1 sound different. And that's why it's so important to practice them, because if you say that 1 sound wrong, then obviously people will think you're saying a totally different word. So let's try this now. First we have, again, slip and sleep. Try saying those 2 words. Slip, sleep. Okay, good. Slip, sleep. Now let's look down at the bottom left again. We have hit and we have heat. Hit and heat. Try saying that now. Good. Hit and heat. Now we're going up to the top right. We have bit and beat. Bit and beat. Try that one. All right, good. Now we have the last pair down at the lower right. We have hill and heel. Hill, heel. Try it now. All right, good. So as usual, we're going to practice these minimal pairs a little bit more. So we're going to switch over to our whiteboard. We have category 1 and category 2. We're going to have hill and heel. We're going to have bit and beat. We're going to have, oh boy, what are our, can't remember all of them. Slip and hit. All right, good. Slip and sleep, hit and heat. Okay. So if you've been watching my other videos, you'll know what we do here already, right? So basically, I am going to say a word, and you have to decide, did I say a word from column 1, or did I say a word from column 2? So your job is to listen carefully and hear the difference between these two sounds, okay? So here we go. I'll say each word a few times, just so you can hear it. First one, beat, beat, beat. Is that going to be number 1 or number 2? The answer is number 2. Okay, next one. Hill, hill, hill. Number 1 or number 2? The answer is number 1. Hit, hit, hit. Number 1 or number 2? The answer is number 1. Next one. Hill, hill, hill. Number 1 or number 2? The answer is number 1. Heat, heat, heat. Number 1 or number 2? Number 2 is the answer. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Number 1 or number 2? The answer is number 2. Slip, slip, slip. Number 1 or number 2? That's number 1. And lastly, heel, heel, heel. Number 1 or number 2? Our final answer is number 2. All right. So hopefully you got a little bit more practice with these words. And remember that this is one of the most difficult pronunciation areas for Japanese learners of English. So it's okay if you don't get it right away. This is something that you need to practice very consistently over a long period of time to really get perfect at. But it's important to practice a little bit every day. All right. So I just wanted to show you a little bit more about where these two different sounds come from in the mouth. So what you see on the right there is basically the side view of a person's mouth. You can see like the lips and the teeth and the tongue, which is a little bit bigger than you usually expect the tongue to be in the mouth, but that's just the way it is. So as you can see, we have our vowel sounds, and it shows you where all of these vowel sounds happen in the mouth and the throat. Um, so you probably see a lot of strange letters here that are not used in the English alphabet. Don't worry about those. Those are letters that are borrowed from Latin and Greek alphabets that basically are used to show certain kinds of language sounds, which are called phonemes. They're used to differentiate, to show how one sound is different from the other. And you can look them up. It's called IPA, or International Phonetic Alphabet. You don't have to know any of them, what they mean right now. I'm just showing you the difference between two of them. So as you can see here, all the way up here, all the way at the top, and then all the way to the left, we have the sound E, which actually is written as a lowercase I. So that's kind of confusing. Just remember that these letters do not correspond to like a written word. These are representing the sound. So here you can see that basically the E sound takes place very much near the top of the mouth and also near the front. So it's okay when we want to say the words heat or sleep, right? But if we want to say the words hit or slip, we need to bring that sound a little bit back in the mouth. So the sound we actually want to use for those words is the blue one. So you see how just a little bit more to the right and a little bit down, we have the blue highlighted letter. And it sort of looks like a uppercase I, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's actually an I. The important thing is that is the sound for I. So the orange is I and the blue is I. And the idea is that the blue sound happens a little bit further back and a little bit further down in the mouth. So you try and actually feel the difference between I and I. That's the key to making sure that you say these minimal pair words differently. All right, so here's our sentences. Go ahead and try and say the top sentence now. Okay, I slipped and hit my head. Slipped and hit. Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try the middle sentence. All right. The hill is very steep. The hill. Try it again. Okay, good. And now let's try the bottom sentence. I bit my tongue badly. I bit my tongue. Try it again. Okay, good. So that was our first short I sound in practice. Now the second sound we're going to be looking at today is the sound. And this is one of our earlier sounds too, that we practiced from many lessons ago. But the sound is often written in English as an I or an O, and it's important to know when this sound happens in words so you can say it correctly. So, here we have the first word. Try saying the upper left word now. All right. This word is one of the tricky ones because it has so many difficult sounds all next to each other. Girl. Girl. Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try the bottom left word. All right, this word is world. 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 Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try the upper right word. Try it now. All right, this word is circle. You'll probably remember this word from the last time we practiced the sound. Circle. Circle. Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try that bottom right word, the last one. Try it now. Okay, this word is bird. 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 Try it one more time. Okay, good. So here, again, I'm going to try and show you the difference between the sound that you usually use for these words in Japanese and also the sound that we should be using when we're speaking natural English. So for many of these words, we have girl, circle, world, bird. A lot of them, when you say these words in Japanese, the sound is actually used as an ah sound. So see the orange triangle down at the bottom? That's the sound that we use for this consonant. So we use the same sound as in car and bath and safari, right? So if you're saying a word like girl in Japanese, it probably sounds close to garu, right? Or if you're saying the word circle in Japanese, it sounds close to sakuru, right? But we don't want the ah sound, we want the sound. And that sound is shown in the blue box on top of the orange box. So as you can see, it's a strange symbol that doesn't actually have that we don't actually use in writing. But this is the symbol that represents the sound, right? Bird, hurt, work. So it's important to realize that those two sounds are very different, and it's important to master the sound if you want to be understood. All right, here are our sentences for the sound. Go ahead and try saying the top one now. Okay. A bird landed in my hand. Try it again. Good. All right. Second one. Try the middle sentence now. Okay. He is the fastest in the world. The world. Try it again. Okay. Now try the bottom sentence. All right, the girl drew a perfect circle. Here we have those two words, right? Girl and circle. All right, try it one more time. Okay, good. So here is our speaking practice. Remember that all of these words are the ones you just practiced, so take a second and try to figure out what are the words that are missing, and try and think about the sounds that you need to use to pronounce them. So let's start with number 1. What is the answer for number 1? Okay, so I slipped and bit my tongue. I slipped and I bit. Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try number 2. All right. She circled the world in an airplane. Circled the world. Try it again. All right. Now let's try number 3. Okay. I fell on the hill and hit my elbow. Fell on the hill and hit my elbow. Try it again. All right. And now, lastly, try number 4. Okay. The girl caught the bird in her hands. The girl caught the bird in her hands. All right, try it one more time. Okay, good. So now we have, of course, a review from last week. So last week was all about words that you use when you are driving a car or getting into a car or something like that. It's all car related. So again, if you need to practice, you can always check last week's video and then come back and be more ready. But let's try it now. So, first sentence, can you figure out what is supposed to go into the sentence? Try it now. All right. Can you pick me up from the airport? Can you pick me up from the airport? Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try number 2. Okay. I got a ride from my mother this morning. I got a ride. Try it again. Okay. Now let's try number 3. All right. You need to get to the train station, right? Hop in. Hop in. All right, try it one more time. Okay. Now try number 4. Okay. Pull over to the side of the road here. Pull over. Try it again. Okay. And number 5. Try number 5 now. Okay. The bus is pulling up now. I need to go. The bus is pulling up now. I need to go. Try it again. Okay, nice job. So, an important note about the next couple of lessons you'll be seeing. There will still be videos at this time, each time as regular. However, I'm going to be moving into a new office starting next week. So I am pre-recording a couple of lessons in advance. So you'll still be able to see them at the regular time, but I will not be actually live at that time. And then I will resume live lessons in December. So there won't be any change to the schedule, just to let you know that the next couple lessons you see are going to be pre-recorded. So as usual, it'll always help for you to like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. And if you ever have a question about English, I can always answer it if you leave a comment on the video or leave a question in the live stream itself. And besides that, let's see. Yeah, that's about it. So I will see you all next week. Have a good one.